Hello, friends. Welcome once again to Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. And this time we're going to read the first adventure of the original Captain Marvel. Yes, the one that is now known as Shazam. Boy, that's a long story of lawsuits and copyright claims and whatnot. And of course, this comes to the forefront now because of two movies. One called Captain Marvel, which came and went, and the other one, Shazam, which will be based on the original Captain Marvel. Yes. So of course the Captain Marvel movie, well, it had some problems, most notably because of its star, and a lot of people not liking it. And the actor who plays Shazam, kind of white knighted for Brie Larson. Yes, Mr. Levi, she's not worth it. No, she isn't. But there was the idea that there was a rivalry between the two. Well, actually, the problems goes with the current owner of Shazam, the company that sued the original Captain Marvel out of existence. And well, again, that's another story. But here we go. He appeared in Wiz Comics. Now, originally, there was another version of this with a better cover, in my opinion, but it went under different titles. They tried to call it Thrill Comics and couldn't. There already was one. They tried to call it Flash Comics. So somehow, some way, they settled on Wiz. Well, you just never know what certain words are what meanings they'll take on in the future. You damn kids. All right, so let's get started. But as a result of those different titles and different versions that were printed out, this is considered Wiz Comics number 2. So, go figure. Anyway, there he is, Gangway for Captain Marvel. And the first page tells you all these other stories. I may come back to some of those, especially Ibis the Invincible and Spy Smasher. But right now, yes, we're going to deal with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. Wiz Comics proudly presents the world's mightiest man, powerful champion of justice, relentless enemy of evil, Captain Marvel. Night in the city. Papers? Papers, sir? Why aren't you home in bed, son? I have no home, sir. I sleep in the subway station. It's warm there. Follow me. Wow, this is getting off to a really creepy start. So he follows him down below, and suddenly Billy realizes, hey, I might want to ask a question. Where are we going? Wait and see. Suddenly, a strange subway car with headlights gleaming like a dragon's eyes roars into the station and stops. No one is driving it. Have no fear. Everything has been arranged. Oh, ah, boy. Well, so he gets in and they have a ride. The moment its passengers are seated, the car hurtles through the pitch-black tunnel at tremendous speed. The car has stopped at the end of the line. The boy and his phantom companion step out onto a platform resembling the mouth of a weird subterranean cavern. Come on, Billy. Oh, the 7 deadly enemies of man. Mustering his courage, the boy enters an ancient underground hall, carved out of solid rock, grotesquely lighted by flaring torches. Welcome, Billy Batson. An old man. Come on, cut the guy some slack. Sitting on a marble throne at the far end of the cavern speaks as they approach. Oh, how do you know my name? I know everything. I am. A huge black cloud, a blinding lightning flash, a deafening peal of thunder form out of nowhere as the old man speaks his name. Shazam! Yeah, that's right. That is Shazam. Yeah. Not anymore, I guess. Well, yeah, but anyway. It stands for Solomon, wisdom, Hercules, strength, Atlas, stamina, Zeus, power, Achilles, courage, Mercury, speed. And, oh, back in the old days, they would put the narration at the bottom of the panel. Took them a while to figure out. Now you might want to put it at the top so you can read it in order. But anyway, simultaneously, a curious inscription explaining Shazam's name appears magically on the wall.
For 3,000 years I have used the wisdom, strength, stamina, power, courage, and speed the gods have given me to battle the forces of evil, which every day threaten to extinguish man from the face of the earth.
Once again, Shazam speaks.
3,000 years? Yes, son, and during that time have seen everything, known everything that happened throughout the world, from the highest to the lowest. Historama! Through this historama I have watched you from the moment you were born, Billy. On this screen I saw your wicked uncle drive you from his house to make your own way in the world after your parents died, leaving you in his care.
Miraculously, the Historama, a super television screen capable of depicting past, present, and future events, flashes scenes from Billy's life.
I know that he got rid of you in order to get possession of the money and bonds your father willed you.
Oh, by the way, directly above Shazam's head, a massive granite block weighing tons hangs from a slender frayed thread. And he probably shouldn't have left that laying around. If the thread broke, the granite would crush the old man to powder, and the thread is almost worn through. Okay, but meanwhile, we gotta talk.
All my life I have fought injustice and cruelty. But I'm old now, my time is almost up. You shall be my successor, merely by speaking my name. You can become the strongest and mightiest man in the world. Captain Marvel, speak my name.
Shazam! And, well, yeah, blam, the lightning comes, and uh-oh, looky here. As Billy speaks the magic word, he becomes Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, I salute you. Just, because I do. Henceforth it shall be your sacred duty to defend the poor and helpless, right wrongs, and crush evil everywhere.
Yes, sire.
To become Billy Batson again, also speak my name. And now, I must go, Captain Marvel. Speak my name.
Shazam! Through the blinding flash of the lightning bolt, Captain Marvel sees the granite block falling on Shazam. And does nothing. Oh! So long, Shazam. A moment later, Billy finds himself standing at his old post. Shazam, Captain Marvel, and the weird underground cavern have vanished. Gee, it all seems like a dream. Yeah, you probably would just think it was. Next morning, sensational news almost makes Billy forget his night's adventure. Extra, extra, read all about it. Maniac scientist threatens U.S. radio system, demands $50 billion. Air officials alarmed. Well, it goes into detail, but I'm not bothering with that.
Give me a paper, kid.
Want to read about the boss, eh?
Shut up, you fool. Come on, let's get going.
Billy overhears a strange conversation. I wonder what they meant. Gee, maybe the boss is the phantom scientist. I'd better follow them. Trailing the two men, Billy watches them enter the swanky Sky Tower apartments.
Go on, kid, beat it. You can't sell newspapers in here.
But Billy tries to follow them, but the doorman stops him. I've got to see Mr. Morris. It's important. You can't see him. Get out or I'll throw you out. Unable to trail the strange men to their apartment, Billy calls on Sterling Morris, Radiohead, to tell him what he has discovered. Hey, yo, stop! Before the receptionist, can stop him, Billy runs into President Morris's office. I've got something to tell you about the phantom scientist, Mr. Morris.
It's all right, Hammond, and let the boys stay. Well, son, what is it?
Okay. And I followed them to the Sky Tower apartments. I'll bet they were going to see the Phantom.
The Sky Tower apartments? Nonsense, boy! Why don't you tell me he lives at City Hall in the capital at Washington?
Excitedly, Billy tells Mr. Morris how he trailed the suspicious-looking strangers.
This is a serious matter, boy. I'm in no mood for joking about it. You'd better go before I lose my temper.
But the radio official ridicules his suspicions. All right, I'll go. But if I find the Phantom's laboratory, will you give me a job as radio announcer?
A job? I'll give you anything you want if you find this madman. And now get out! I can't waste any more time listening to nonsense.
That night. How am I going to get into the apartment house without being seen? Maybe if I go up in the tower of the office building over there. The office building elevator quickly takes Billy to the observation tower. This is a job for Captain Marvel. Uh-oh. That's gonna get you in trouble. Shazam! He speaks the magic word. Boom. Miraculously, Billy has become Captain Marvel. With a mighty leap, Captain Marvel easily spans the yawning chasm between the buildings. What luck! This must be the Phantom's laboratory. Landing on the Sky Tower apartment roof, he peers through a penthouse window. Mr. Savannah, are you there? As Captain Marvel watches, one of the men pulls a draw curtain, revealing a television screen. Wow.
The fools! They wouldn't pay what I demanded. At midnight, we will drive every radio station from the air forever!
Suddenly, on the television screen appears the face of Savannah, mad scientist who has threatened to destroy radio unless he is paid $50 million. In a few seconds, Savannah's fiendish radio silencer will drive every broadcasting station from the air lanes. I guess they meant airways, but anyway, unless Captain Marvel can stop him. Crashing through the window, Marvel races toward the diabolical machine. With not a second to spare, he smashes the radio silencer into smithereens. Well, saved the day already. The other man races for the private elevator and slams the door behind him. Flexing his powerful muscles, Marvel pulls the door open, grips the elevator cable in steel-like hands, and hauls the car back to the penthouse. Pop. In a moment, both of Savannah's terrified assistants are securely bound with tubing ripped from the radio silencer.
Who are you?
I am Captain Marvel, gentlemen. Well, Savannah, that's the end of your radio silencer.
But not the end of me. We will meet again, Captain Marvel.
His work completed, Marvel confronts the scheming scientist who has watched everything through the television screen. Yes, Savannah, we will meet again, and when we do, you will be behind prison walls.
Or dead!
Jeez. Yeah, back in the old days, superheroes were pretty hardcore. Well, anyway. Well, he's pretty proud of himself there, so. Well, I guess that ought to hold our friend Savannah for a while. And now, Shazam! Captain Marvel speaks the magic word. Boom. Lightning splits the air. Mr. Morris, this is Billy Batson. Come over to the Sky Tower apartment penthouse. I've got something to show you. Resuming his normal shape, Billy Batson telephones the radio company president. Half hour later, Billy tells Mr. Morris everything except about Captain Marvel. But he transformed in front of the criminals, but yeah, okay. And that's what's left of the radio silencer, sir.
It doesn't seem possible that you did this all by yourself, but I'll just accept it.
But you've got to promise you won't tell anybody that I smashed the radio silencer. I've still got to capture Savannah, and it'll be easier if nobody knows who I am. So now I'll get out of here, and you can call the police.
Very well, son, I promise, and I'm going to let you risk your life.
By the way, Mr. Morris, how about that job you promised me? Do I get it?
The job is yours. From now on, you are Billy Batson, radio reporter.
Huh, Billy Batson, radio reporter. Boy, oh boy, here's where we go to town. Me and...
You and who else, son?
Nobody, sir. Just me and the microphone, that's all. Sir, just me and Mike. Oh, well, Billy almost let the cat out of the bag that time. Don't fail to be on hand next month when he and Captain Marvel, wink wink, go to town. Yeah, well, that sounds exciting, doesn't it? Yeah. So there you go. The first adventure of the original Captain Marvel, who was going to be called Captain Marvelous. And Captain Thunder. Now, Captain Thunder, you would think that'd be a name they would return to after all the problems and legalities concerning the name Captain Marvel, rather than just calling him Shazam, where he's a superhero who can never actually say his own name because he would turn back into a kid. But I think in the 70s at some point they introduced a Captain Thunder, like an alternate reality version of Captain Marvel. And he was black, I believe, or something like that. I can't remember. So I don't know if that's the deal or what, but seems like would have been an easy solution to the story. And he's got the lightning bolt and everything. Captain Thunder, you know. But whatever. What do I know? All I know is who the real Captain Marvel is. Yeah, well, let's hope the Shazam movie is as good as people have been saying it is. Yeah, that should be fun. All right, thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe? And for those of you who have already subscribed, thank you very much. It does warm my heart. And hey, while you're here, why not check out that link description below? That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you.